We are amazing beings of achievement and skill. Because of us, the world is evolving still. We are all these things and the whole world more. We are women. A very happy International Women's Day to all the beautiful women out here.
Today, 8 March, is a day for the women, and we are celebrating Women's Day in our college. At this very outset, I would like to wish a very happy Women's Day to all the women present here. The theme for 2024 Women's Day, I'd like to delve a little bit on the theme that is invest in women, accelerate progress. The theme itself is very meaningful. It says to invest in women and our progress will be accelerating. Our progress will be faster. It is very, very appropriate and proper to say that investment in women is to make our progress faster. So the theme for this 2024 Women's Day is something I should say is very appropriate, and all of us should start investing on the women's welfare to make our society progress.
Well, I've been thinking about this topic, invest in women and accelerate progress. So I thought of so many examples. And I thought, okay, well, I can give you 1,001 examples. And these days, youngsters, you have your gadgets with you. You can browse online and find 1,001 examples on what women empowerment is all about. So I thought to myself, no one will be having my example, so I will say something about how and why and where I am right now. To begin with, I am wearing my traditional attire, as most of you here are also wearing, right? I can see so many of you are wearing your traditional attire, so it's good. We are and we should be proud of our tradition, because that is our root. Without our culture, without our roots, we will be an alien if we go outside of the state or outside anywhere. So it's our culture that, identifies or gives us a name. So always remain true to your culture. It is irrespective of whether you are a man or a woman. As a child, I grew up with 2 boys, and I am the only female. But never in my life did my parents make me feel that I was, special or, the only child. And I think it was during the time I was growing up that parenting also played a major role in accelerating that, empowering me as a woman. And then slowly as I grew up, deep inside my heart, when I reached my 10, I told myself, okay, now that I'm going to reach my 10, I have to think about being independent. I'm sure all the women over here can bake, right? Yes? Can I have some hands up? Anybody can cook? Okay. Yes? Bake. And what about the boys? I want to know about the boys. Can the boys cook? How many of you love cooking? I love it. When I see men cooking, I really appreciate men cooking. Because, I grew up in a family where my brothers, they cook. All the boys, they can cook better than me. They are, one of the world's best chefs are men. So who said women should be in the kitchen? I don't know. That's a thought to ponder. But then still our society thinks that women should be in the kitchen, women should do the household chores, women should, do this. There's so many criteria for a woman. Right now, even though we say that our society is progressing ahead, I still feel that there is this rigid thought in all, the head of all, I don't know, I wouldn't call it men also, but a few people, the society, I would say society, that women are expected to be in a certain way, dress up in a certain way, speak in a certain way, deal with people in a different way, who are meant to do certain chores, are meant to learn how to cook. Of course, it is a necessity. I'm not saying it is not a necessity, but we should. So, I want to encourage women here that we think that taking a course, taking a professional course, okay, I don't have money to pay for that course, that stops you from doing something that you want. But it's not very necessary for you to take up. If you have everything in your hand right now, you have the internet in your hand, the most powerful media in your hand. You make the most of it and try to garner your skills, because skills will take you to places. And irrespective for women also, men also. Only skills. Education is partly very important. I'm not saying education is not important. But skill is what will take you to places one after the other. Skill will always be with you until you die. Nobody can take that skill from you. Only you yourself has the skill. And please, I want you to focus. I want to request Sir also. I think this is the future. Skillful India. We talk about skillful India. So skilling our young girls, young women will also skill the whole. If you skill a woman, she will skill her daughter in the future. She will skill the whole village. And that becomes a community. And that becomes a nation later on. I'm sure you have seen so many success stories related to that also. And I believe that from today onwards, the concept of, like I said, I appreciate those men who are helping out at home to your parents, your mom, doing the dishes, or, cooking something for your siblings or your brothers or your parents, or, sometimes even cleaning the clothes. Those men who are doing it over here and are sitting here, hats off to you, because you guys will be shaping the future. As chairperson of Child Welfare Committee, I've come across so many cases in Dimapur itself. So many cases which you would not even believe that it exists in a society. So many women are being raped. Dimapur is the highest. I'm sad to say, Dimapur is highest, and people are keeping quiet about it. Women, they tend to keep quiet because the society will say, who will marry you if you're being raped? But in women, if you keep quiet, that same person will commit the same mistake again and again, and justice will never be brought. But if you stand up for your right, I'm telling you, you will make a whole lot difference. There will be a group of women following your lead, one after the other. Whether it's sexual abuse, whether it's physical abuse or verbal abuse, women, you have no right to, you should not just take it to yourself, because that hampers your mentality in the long run. You will be affected emotionally. See, who will I share this with? I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure most of you have come across eve-teasing also while growing up. Recently, the Supreme Court in some state has said even eve-teasing, calling darling by a stranger, is offense. So certain things like that. Know your rights, women. Know your rights. I'm sure, of course, we cannot send our friends here to the jail, but I'm just saying that, outside mainland India, it is happening. Eve-teasing is like everywhere, in every nook and corner. Once you go out of this town, you're not safe anymore. Know your rights. If you have to go outside of this place and be an independent woman or make a living outside of Nagaland, know your rights so that you will know how to stand for your own dignity. At the end of the day, it's your dignity that matters more than anything, right? I have rescued so many boys also, so many young girls also who were trafficked. Not I, but the team who were trafficked, thinking that they will find better jobs outside of Nagaland rather than, staying here. We have so many cases from interior areas coming down to Dimapur for jobs. And those who cannot find jobs, they go outside and they are forced into being laborers in factories that supplies insecticides, pesticides, in a harmful condition. They have to work with a meager, salary, or I should say daily wage of like, for new interns will be like 300 rupees. Or for experienced people it will be like 400 rupees. And people do, get blinded by it and they go and, stay in that kind of environment. Think about it. This is a society right now. Women, I'm coming back to you again. We are the nurturers. We are the shapers. And men, without you, we cannot do it. We need your help in every way so that you respect your mother, your sister, your girlfriend, your girlfriends also, right? You respect them. And how do you do that? You also help them feel empowered so that they progress ahead. When women progress ahead, things will change. I'm telling you. See, a certain state in Gujarat, I believe, or Jaipur, yes, the pink ladies, right? I'm sure you have heard. So they brought a change. It's run by a group of women who wear pink saris only. They brought so much of changes together. They joined hands and they brought so much changes to that society. So many women were sexually harassed, raped. But, you know, when women unite together, there's nothing that can stop them. When I say I'm proud to be a mother, is because I also want to set a good example to the younger generation that staying mentally fit. You know, mothers go through so much as women. Mothers go through so much of pressure, okay? Not only men, but mothers go through. You have to carry the child for 9 months. And after that also, until the child grows up, you have to be the mother hand to your children. So it's not easy raising a child and carrying a child also. And I understand once you become a woman, things change. Things change drastically. So many people, so many mothers go through postpartum depression also after giving birth. And not many people know about it. Not many people. They go through depression. Society will be wondering, what is this mother not looking after their children? What is this mother looking so shabby and dirty? But society does not know what goes inside the mother's head. And men, you are to support your woman once you grow up, your mother or your wife when you grow up, because they go through so much. I know even men, you have the responsibilities to carry, but you need your better half also to be well mentally strong if you have to make your marriage successful also, right? When you grow up. I know I'm fast forwarding everything, you guys are still very young, but it's good to look ahead, okay? Invest in women. Invest does not mean, my parents did not, it's not talking about money, okay? Invest time. Invest your support, your emotional support to your daughter or to your sister or to any woman. Invest in them so that when you invest, you know that they are encouraged. Women, I know you guys are the shapers. You guys will be able to bring a difference in the society also, especially stand for your rights. Like I said, so many women are being harassed physically or sexually. Please stand for their right. If you feel that your friend or your neighbor is going through it, we are there to help you. Anything, we are there to help you. There is help. Okay, there is help for you. So, you know, it's the upbringing that really matters, okay, at the end of the day. It's the upbringing. So be careful. When you grow up, what you do near your siblings or what you do near your peers, be careful how you emulate. Be a woman of character, a man of character at the same time. Because ultimately, character is what will go ahead with you. With your skill and character, you will reach heights. Just like how Sudhamurti with her, you know, she trusted her only companion. And she is also not an ordinary woman. She's an engineering graduate. She has a degree in engineering. And she was a teacher also. So she's also a very dynamic woman, okay? And I really look up to her. So if you all get time also, please, Sudhamurti, you know, her story is an inspiration. Lastly, I'm sure you must be excited when you heard that, okay? But lastly, I want to say, you know, I want to conclude by telling you the story of Indira Nooyi, former CEO of PepsiCo, okay? It's also a woman, right? So when she was, you know, claimed as the CEO of PepsiCo, she was very excited and she went back home, it seems. She went back home, and then when she went back home, she saw her mother, and her mother told Indira, go and get some milk. Did not congratulate her, but told her to run some errands. And she got very, you know, infuriated, annoyed. okay, why is she not happy? And then later on when she came back, mother said, okay, when you step into this house, you are a wife and a mother first. Nobody can take that place. So leave the crown in the garage. No matter how successful you become, dear woman, always know how to be humble. Okay? Always be rooted. Humility will accelerate your path to progress ahead. Thank you.